I don't have an intro, but this is a video about all the books I have on my bookshelf. So watch. Thanks. Let's start off with, this is like the only series I have, because I just started reading 2 years ago, so this is kind of new, but the ACOTAR series. So clearly I'm going to put them together in like one little shelf. A Court of Thorns and Roses honestly was not my favorite book. I kind of kept reading after this one because everybody said the second book was so much better. So I was like, okay, let me do that. Everybody says the second book is better. I don't know. I personally didn't have that much of an attachment to Feyre. She was cool, but like, not my fave, to be honest. So I think this is the second one. I don't know. I read this a while ago, but this one was okay. I personally, listen, y'all are gonna hate me for this, but I liked Tamlin in the first book, so I kind of liked him over Rhysand, whatever the fuck his name is, sorry. So here I was like, oh fuck, I hate this, because I thought Feyre and Tamlin were gonna end up together, but obviously he sucks. But I didn't really like Rhysand either, to be honest. It was a better book. The end of the book was amazing, because I'm pretty sure this is the book where Elaine and Nesta get turned into High Fae, I think, and that was like a great read. Like I loved how that all of that. I can't tell you one single thing that happened in this book. Is this the book where they turn into High Fae? I don't know. I think I liked it. Or is this the book where, what's his name? Lucien is like mated with Elaine. I don't know. I might have to reread, but I'm gonna organize all my books like this. I don't know. I wasn't like hyped with this series, to be honest. This, I remember, was kind of the novella between all them. I don't know if it was still in Rhysand and Feyre's POV or if other people got it, but I think it was just like a tie-in series of the holidays and kind of gives you a clue on Nesta and Cassian in the next book. This book, I don't want anybody to ever say anything bad about this book. This was my favorite book out of the entire series, the best book. First of all, listen, the entire like first 3 books of ACOTAR, I was literally just reading for the Nesta and Cassian crumbs because they were my favorite. I'm gonna be honest, like, just I love the grumpy sunshine trope, especially when the grumpy is a girl, because like that never happens. So I really loved Nesta, and I know everybody hates her, but she's my favorite. So this was such a good book. I liked how I can't remember any of this plot other than there was a library and she read smut, and then sometimes Cassian would come. I don't know. I think she like did trials with like a bunch of girls, so she was like a strong female. I don't know, but I loved this one because I love Nesta and Cassian. So yeah, I think the next book is Elaine, but we don't know who she's with. She's either with Azriel or Lucien. You know what, is his name Lucien or Lucien? One of those two. So this is one series I have. This is kind of the only series I have, I think, but good series. The next series I have is the It Happened One Summer series. I liked this one. I liked Piper and Brendan. That's his name, I forgot. I read this in the summer, so it was a good summer read. It was cute. I like female characters who are like spunky, and definitely Piper was that kind of way. She wasn't kind of the typical brooding, which I feel like a lot of authors are going to nowadays. Just, oh, my life's so depressing. But she was like happy, and like she reminded me of Elle Woods, if I could like put her to anybody. Elle Woods. I think the romance was good too. He's very grumpy. We love Grumpy Sunshine. I don't know. I think it was a good summer read, but I don't know if I would read this in the fall, which brings me to this point. I started reading this at the end of the summer and I never finished it. I'm like maybe 100 pages in and I can't get through it because originally I liked them in this book, like all their crumbs in this book, but I can't get into this somehow. I don't know why, Maybe because it's November and this is a summer book, but I don't know, I really like them in this book, so I'm confused on why it's so hard to finish this. I might just have to like take the bullet and just force myself to do it, but that is a series I have. Okay, these are all the books I have in my physical TBR that I have not read, and I've had some of these books for over a year. First one is Taylor Jenkins Reid, Carrie Soda's Back. I fucking love Taylor Jenkins Reid. She is one of my favorite authors. My favorite book of all time is Malibu Rising by her, which I don't have a physical copy, which I probably should get. I loved Seven Husbands. I loved Daisy Jones and the Six. But once again, I can't get into it. I don't know. I don't know why I can't get into it. I think this would be good because it's kind of a spin-off of Malibu Rising. And I think it's getting like a film deal, maybe. But I have not finished that, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, this one I'm gonna finish this year, for sure. It's A Little Life by Hanya Yanagari. I most likely said that wrong. This was like trending on TikTok for a while, so I picked it up. I think it's a kind of a found family for college classmates kind of book, and if there's one thing I love about a book trope is found family. But like a couple weeks ago it was trending on Twitter and everybody was just like, yeah, this is just trauma porn, and I was like, ooh, I don't know if I want to do that, because I'm gonna get really depressed. But I think there's a fucking fly in here. I think I'm gonna have to do it just for, you know, the experience of it. Also, this is gonna like relate to nobody, but does this not look like Justin Foley from 13 Reasons Why on this cover? Justin Foley, 13 Reasons Why. Nobody else thinks that? I do. Okay, cool. Summer book, I got in the summer. I got it from like a Target deal or something. So I was like, oh, let me get a summer book. But once again, it's November, so I think I may just keep it for the summer. I have no idea what this is about. Something about yeah, definitely a summer book. Oh, I don't want that. The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. This is one of another books of that, like, I just had to get a deal on Target. I really had no interest in it, but I don't know. It looks like a quick read that I might do. Maybe in the beginning of next year for my reading goal. But I don't know, it looks like a cute rom-com. I'm not that into people on covers either, but I don't know, I wanted to do something different. It kind of looks like it's a Wattpad novel. Okay, I got this over a year ago. This is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer Armentrout. I don't know how to say her name. The reason why I haven't read it, or no, I read like maybe 40 pages of it. I can't get into it. And this also might be my fault because I don't like fantasy that much. But I just literally cannot get into it. And there's like 5 books in the series. But I don't know. I couldn't get into ACOTAR at first. So if I finish the first one, then the second one is better. I don't know. Also, I think she's like a badass female character, so I kind of want to read that. Okay. The next one my sister got me, and it's The Silent Patient. I haven't read this because I know what happens at the end, so I don't know if I'm going to be as, you know, enjoyed or feel as much enjoyment and like suspense while I'm reading this book if I know exactly what's happening. So I have it for a bookshelf, but I don't know if I'm gonna read it, to be honest, if I already know. This one, I was at Goodwill like a year ago and I wanted to start filling up my bookshelf with books. So I got the Da Vinci Code. I don't know if I'm ever gonna read this. I kind of want to, but I don't know if anybody's ever like, let me sit down and go read the Da Vinci Code. I don't know, maybe that could be like my biggest goal for next year, reading that. Right, this is another one I got at Goodwill, and it's Nicholas Sparks' The Wish. I am not that into romance, like these kind of books, so I don't know why I got it. Once again, to get like put on my bookshelf. But it's a Nicholas Sparks book, so I'm assuming somebody dies in the end. Which I guess if I'm depressed, I can start reading this if I want to. Okay, and then Every Summer After. Which I think, isn't there a sequel to this? I don't know. Once again, I didn't read it. I don't want to read it right now because it's November. So why would I read this when it's a summer book? So I don't think I'm going to read it until the summer. Okay, those are the books I haven't read that are not series. I read this one in the summer, The Honeymooners. I loved this book. Loved it. I like loved the enemies to lovers. I love the rom-com. I don't know, I just like felt humored reading it. I think they had a lot of chemistry as a couple. I heard it was becoming like a TV show or a movie, so I'm excited for that. Hopefully they don't cast someone boring. But I don't know, I really like this one. So I looked into other Christina Lauren books, and I don't know if I picked one up yet, but I don't know. I like this one. Okay, this is gonna make a lot of people mad. A lot of people mad. This is the worst book I've ever read in my life. Worst book I have ever read in my life. I know everybody loves Emily Henry. I cannot get into her books because her characters are so unbelievably boring. So boring. The main male character in here had no personality, and it's supposed to be a romance. Like, okay, I understand like that's his character, but I was so bored. I was so bored. So I never picked up another Emily Henry book again because I feel like it's just the same thing all the time. I don't know. I didn't like it. And then the last book I have is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which is one of my all-time favorites. I remember I was watching it, or not watching it. I was reading it on a Monday, like summer break in college. I had 2 glasses of wine, and it's like, I'm just gonna finish this book. It honestly was one of the best reading experiences I've ever had. I was home alone. I was just like so emotionally devastated when, oh my God, what's his name? Somebody dies in a car crash, don't they? I was bawling. I was like, are you kidding me? But I don't know. This was one of my favorites of all time. This is becoming a movie too. They said it's been becoming a movie for like 3 years now. I think they have the script, but they don't have the cast. So that's really worrisome, but I don't know. One of my all-time favorite books. I love it.